Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning into yet again another Premier League watch along. Hope you all had a good weekend anyway. Let me know what you've all been up to, and if you are new around here, we are a Liverpool channel, but we do cover a wide range of all football content and live stream watch alongs as well. And yeah, it should be a very good game. Tell you what, some cracking football. That was on display today. Obviously, I wish I was doing a bloody watch along. Probably the game of the season. Probably will be the game of the season today. Obviously, Newcastle getting a late winner. Coming from behind as well against West Ham United anyway. I think for the Hammers fans, they were deeply disappointed. It was a commanding lead, 3-1 up away from home. You'd expect David Moyes to very much see the game out, but it wasn't to be the case. Obviously, hence has been West Ham's mad form this season. And obviously, a late winner for Bournemouth as well against Everton. That was 2-1. Obviously, Chelsea drawn against 10 men Burnley as well. Obviously, a bit of a mad one. Conceding 2 goals when they're against 10 men. It's not really good enough for Pochettino's men. Obviously, Forest managing, coming from behind against Crystal Palace. Obviously, making that 1-1 a very valuable point. We'll see what the end of May, how valuable that is. And obviously, a madness 6-goal thriller against Sheffield United and Fulham. Again, another a promoted team struggling down there in the bottom of the Premier League. They were winning 3-1 Sheffield. I think it could have been 4-1, but it was a goal disallowed late into that game, and then I think that momentum very much helped Fulham and get back into the game, and I think it was like 14, 15 minutes added on in that game as well, so it could have been absolutely madness in all honesty for that game. And obviously Tottenham coming from behind as well. We're getting beat by Luton. Tell you what, bloody Luton this season have been absolutely phenomenal, really, in terms of their character. Rafa, character, yes, facts. But yeah, they've been not too bad, but that was a big result for Tottenham in all comparison, really, in terms of when you look at Tottenham's position in the Premier League table. That does now put them on 56 points, obviously level on points with Aston Villa. So Villa and obviously Tottenham now have played the same amount of games. Obviously, this game this evening for Villa will obviously be their game in hand. Not game in hand. They'll be obviously a game ahead of Tottenham. Sorry, with obviously Manchester United to win as well. Well, they've got a game in hand, Manchester United, so they'd still be 6 points behind the likes of Tottenham and Aston Villa anyway. But it's all to play for, really. You look down on the bottom, obviously top four as well. A win for Villa would put them in the 4th place in the Premier League as well. So yeah, it's getting extremely tight down there in the bottom. Look, speaking about Luton just then, they're 18th on 22 points, level on points with Forest. Obviously, that defeat for Everton. Even though Everton have got a game in hand, I think it is. So that is a very big game for Everton, their game in hand anyway. They played 29, as in comparison with the likes of Forest, Burnley and Sheffield United have all played 30 games so far this season. So yeah, all these points are going to be extremely vital. Obviously, with 10 games left to go, well, less than 10 games to go in the Premier League now for a lot of these teams. 8 games, the games fastly ticking off, really, and there's a few little points really on offer as well. But big up there, Doug. Newcastle West Ham was an amazing game. Yeah, Doug, it was, for me, it will go down as game of the season. Obviously, we've got plenty of games to come anyway, but it had absolutely everything that game, in all honesty. It just really frustrates me, mate. I don't know if there's any Hammers fans. I know there's a couple of years who subscribe, me Hammers mates, to the channel as well, but if you're a West Ham fan, you're banging it your head against the kitchen wall or whatever. Like, it's, yeah. And that's one style in terms of what David Moyes supposedly used to pride himself on, and he still does. He can set up a defensive low block. He can make his teams difficult to play against on a good day. But obviously West Ham were on. As soon as that second half happened, they were all over the shop, really. I think the goals, as soon as West Ham conceded that second goal, the wave and the momentum and the atmosphere of obviously St James's Park, it just took over really, and obviously Harvey Barnes got the equaliser, and obviously the resultant winner as well. What that does for Newcastle, time will tell really. I think in terms of Newcastle, yeah, they're just hoping for not a Champions League spot, but they'll be hoping for the European spot as well. Yeah, they've not really been hitting the heights that we did see last season, and everyone goes to all the injuries as well. Newcastle come into this season massively underprepared, really, in terms of their squads, in terms of their depth as well. Obviously, buying and selling players, it's really tricky with FFP for a lot of clubs, but yeah, it got halfway through the Premier League season, and Newcastle were picking up some big injuries. But in terms of this game this evening, chat, obviously Villa and obviously Wolves on the coattails of a European spot. Obviously, we just spoke about Aston Villa then. A win for Villa would massively help. Obviously, their home, their castle, obviously Villa Park. It's been a massive form of why they've been where they are this season. Anyway, obviously Liverpool, we've got to still go to Villa Park. It's probably going to be one of for me, it will be our most difficult fixture that we've got left. I know we've got Manchester United in a couple of weeks, but I think going to Villa Park, if we are continuing to win, I think that could be a game where Liverpool, you look back on come at the end of May and go, right, or in a couple of years' time, that was the game that won us the league at Villa Park, like it was all those years ago with Sadio Mane and Andy Robinson getting on the score sheet on that day as well. Track, get your score predictions in. Obviously, Wolves, obviously for Europa League conference spots, obviously not too far. I think they're about 4 or 5 points off those positions as well. So Gary O'Neill, there was a lot of talk when he left Bournemouth, but I think he's certainly a manager that he's done absolutely amazing stuff at Wolves. I think similar, as I've just been speaking about with Newcastle as well, you do look at the likes of teams like Newcastle, Wolves, even Brighton, I'd say, to this season as well, where they've got not a world-class 11, but they've got a fantastic, solid 11 to 12, 13 players. But as the season does progress, obviously when injuries do occur throughout the season, they really do struggle, and especially if they are missing a couple of their danger men as well. Villa need to keep hold of Ollie Watkins. I've been saying all season long, if Villa do get in the Champions League spot, for me, if I was a player or a manager in the Premier League, I'll be voting for Ollie Watkins to be my player of the season. Just mainly due to the importance of how important he's been for this Villa side. You speak about Salah, his importance to Liverpool. You speak about Kevin De Bruyne, obviously Manchester City over the last couple of seasons. But I think Ollie Watkins is exactly the same. If he can spearhead, as he has done already this season, Villa into a Champions League spot, certainly I'd be giving Ollie Watkins player of the season. I know Salah's got all of his goals, but Villa should be... I know we all know Unai Emery's quality as a manager, but Villa, with that squad, should be nowhere near getting Champions League football. But yeah, it just goes to show the great job that Unai Emery is doing. And if he does get top forward as well, Emery, I'd expect it. For me, it would be a double. I'd give manager of the season to Unai Emery, and I'd give, obviously, player of the season to Ollie Watkins as well. That's if Villa do get a Champions League place for me this season. But big up there, Everest. Everest's gone with a 2-1 Villa win. Big up there, Red Machine. He's gone with a 3-1 win for Aston Villa. In terms of starting 11s as well, chat, if you're just tuning in, start with the home team, obviously Aston Villa. Obviously Martinez, the World Cup winner, in between the sticks. Konsa, Diego Carlos, Torres, Moreno, Bailey, Tillemans, Douglas Luiz, Rodgers, Diaby and Ollie Watkins leading the line. And for Wolves, obviously playing a 3-back system as they have done all season. You've got Jose Sarr in between the sticks. Bueno, Max Kilman, Totti, and then the 2 central midfielders you've got Doyle and Gomez, and then you've got Semedo and Aiton Nori, obviously getting that great impact in the FA Cup, obviously getting beat by obviously Coventry, as we remember a couple of weeks ago. But a player to watch at Aiton Nori. I think he'll be moving to another Premier League team in the next couple of seasons anyway. Then you've got Lamina and Sarabia, and then obviously Leon Chiwomi, obviously the young lad, 18 years old as well. Tell you what an opportunity it is for the young lads anyway. Obviously, I think Hwang Hee-chan coming into this game was a doubt. As he missed out, yeah, Hwang Hee-chan has missed out, and obviously Pedro Neto sustained yet again another bad injury by the looks of it as well. Obviously, Villa are shooting from left to right, and obviously Wolves in the all yellow from right to left. Well, yeah, hope you all had a good weekend, chat, anyway. Massive thank you for tuning in. If you are here and you haven't already done so, drop a like on the video. Massively does help out. But as you'd expect, Villa playing on the front foot. But certainly, Wolves are a side, as we know, and we've become accustomed to this season. A team that likes to play in the front foot as well. Really takes it upon teams. Obviously, from a defensive standpoint for Wolves, they do leak quite a fair bit of goals. But I think Wolves fans will be very happy with the way in which Gary O'Neill and previous managers have been at the football club. They're not a team like a Sean Dyche Burnley who typically really sit behind the ball and look to frustrate. So it's that thing now as a Premier League manager. You're expected to come in and play great football, really. See, Emi Martinez, World Cup winner with Argentina. One of the biggest wind-up merchants in the Premier League, as we know anyway, chat. Well, it should be a good game today. I'm hoping we get like a 3-all, 4-all. Watch this be a ball draw now, chat. 0-0. But yeah, we will have a double header tomorrow as well, chat. Chat, let me know if you did get your notifications as well. Be much appreciated. Or if you had to go on the YouTube. Yeah, our YouTube homepage. It's going to be a foul to Sarabia. Obviously, did take quite a fair bit of contact there. Obviously, Douglas Luiz, chat. Obviously, there was a lot of talk. Oh, geez, chat. A lot of talk last season before he did sign his new contract. He did have a 6 months remaining last year. There was a lot of talk of him potentially going to Arsenal, even Liverpool last year. I can remember doing a couple of transfer videos with Dad as well. But I think that's a massive plus, really, for them that they've kept hold of the Brazilian. Was the ex-Manchester City player himself, Douglas Luiz. Go on. Well, we're back in a little second, chat. As Wolves go forward here. Sarabia found Semedo, ball into the box. Ball cut out there. Oh, geez, there, chat. Didn't miss much, obviously. It was tossy there off the corner. Snapshot on the edge of the penalty area. Wasn't too far away, that, in all honesty. It was a good 3-4 yards wide of the left-hand post there. Oh, no, it was Doyle, sorry. Number 20. But yeah, evening there, Tom. How are we, mate? Evening, chat. But evening, Jack and crew. Happy Easter to you all. Happy Easter to you, mate, as well. Everyone. And everyone's celebrating Easter on the holiday spirits as well for Easter, mate. Looking forward to the game. Yeah, me too, Tom. It's going to be one of them. It's we know the job, mate. It's like 6 Champions League, like 8, 9 Champions League finals left to go, mate. We just got to take one game at a time. That's all we can do. But hopefully we can add a bit of pressure, really, onto the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City tomorrow, mate. But it all means nothing, really, in all honesty, chat, as we know. If Liverpool don't get the job done tomorrow, then oh, bloody hell, Scouse. Bit of a mad message that there, but hope you're well, mate. But yeah, we will be live tomorrow for both games. I'm looking forward to. Obviously the Liverpool game. Even though I've scheduled the game, it's an 2:30. Is it an 2:30 kickoff tomorrow? No, it's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Bloody hell. Yeah, so we've got a game scheduled for that as well. Or stream scheduled for that as well. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it's and then we can relax. Hopefully with Liverpool getting all 3 points. And then just hopefully watch one of the games of the season. In all honesty, which it will be. Arsenal versus Manchester City. Sarabia. I'll tell you what, I'm very surprised that they managed to get hold of Sarabia. Wolves, anyway. Obviously, the ex-Paris Saint-Germain winger. Well, he's a false 10, really, and he's a wide player. He can play very on the left and the right, anyway. But it just goes to show the sheer quality on offer in the Premier League, that you got a club like Wolves and other teams down there in the Premier League that have that ambition, really, which is always great to see. Obviously, money is awash within the Premier League. So even teams down there, 10th, 12th, 8th, in and around there, the quality is spot on. But yeah. Oh, we've kept it in there, Wolves. Oh, no. Line-outs are just about gone out there. So he's a good little player, that Lamina, isn't he, chat? Obviously scored a couple of winners. Obviously got the winner against Manchester City early on in the season. Obviously City, one of City's defeats this year in the Premier League did come to the hands of Wolves as well. But big up there, Tom. What's your ideal result for the tomorrow, mate? Obviously we get all 3 points. Prediction. I'd happily take a 1-0, mate. I know, obviously, when we're doing a watch-along, when we're all... DRB to Watkins! Ollie Watkins! And that's 1-0! And it's that man that we were speaking about, Douglas Luiz, and he's offside. I tell you what, this has got to be tight, this. Ollie Watkins initially, though, should have been putting that into the back of the net. A player of his quality, and we've already seen this season. Yeah, oh yeah. It's a good call by the liner. Ollie Watkins originally was in an offside position. He doesn't need to do that, Ollie Watkins. He's got that pace. He's got that ability in the 6-yard box. Obviously, goal disallowed anyway. But, Tom, yeah, I'll take a 1-0, mate. For the Arsenal game, as we spoke about last night, mate, I think we'd all happily take a draw. But if you're asking me who would like to win out of, if you had to pick one, City or Arsenal, I'd say Arsenal, if I'm being honest, mate. Because I think when you look at the quality that City have done all over the last couple of seasons, where they've beat us to the league title on numerous occasions, I think the deeper both them and City, Arsenal and City get into the Champions League, I think it's a lot more difficult for the Arsenal players, because they've got a good squad depth, but not compared to Manchester City as well. So, us to win 1-0, Tom. I'd like it. I'd take any result, but I'd say 1-0. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. But I'd like Arsenal to win. But it wouldn't surprise me if City just turn up tomorrow and do what they've done over the last 5-6 years anyway, under Pep Guardiola. And then psychologically, really, you are talking about that Arsenal side, their mentality, really, how they will they react in the Premier League. But then it's out of Arsenal's hands, then, isn't it? which is the big thing. Yeah, it's been a very lively affair. Yeah, it does, mate. Like this, you think you look at that Arsenal squad, Simon Chess. You look at that squad. If Odegaard gets injured, or even a Saliba, obviously we know how important all their players are important, but I think I've not really been impressed with Odegaard this season. I think he's been disappointing. He's had a solid season, but I think for what Arsenal needed, he started the season like a house on fire, didn't he? Odegaard, him and Saka. But if you get an injury to Odegaard, an injury to Saliba, even a Declan Rice as well. He's been one of the players of the season so far, Declan Rice. If Arsenal were to win the league, I'd certainly give Player of the Year to Declan Rice as well. Because he's that instrumental. Similar to with Virgil van Dijk when he went to Liverpool, I think Declan Rice has had that similar impact in terms of just how important he has been. He was probably the missing jigsaw in missing piece of the jigsaw anyway, in that Arsenal setup anyway. But I think Arsenal, if they don't win the league this season, yet again, very much reaffirms the notion that Arsenal have massively needed an out and out number 9. I think they have done since God knows Thierry Henry. Like obviously we know how important Henry was for that Arsenal side. But there's enough quality strikers in world football that Arsenal could go out, even of Vlahovic, an awesome hen, really. So, I'll tell you what, fair play to Jose Sarr there. Really come outside of his penalty area. Decent leap on him there, mate. Under a lot of pressure as well, under Ollie Watkins, but dealt with it really well. Semedo going forward here. Little Cruyff turn there. But yeah, obviously Leverkusen winning again today as well, chat. Obviously we've got a game, I think it is now, in the Bundesliga, Bayern. Oh, tell you what, I was just going to say there, Leverkusen won from behind again today. Obviously getting a 91st minute winner at home. But I was going to say, if Bayern don't win today, I think, is it mathematically possible that Leverkusen only need to win one more game if Bayern don't win all their games in the next 2 to 3 games, which is mad. But yeah, as it stands here at the minute, chat, Dortmund have taken the lead, and against Bayern Munich away from home, Adeyemi, obviously an assist from Julian Brandt, which is absolutely massive in terms of the title race as well. It's a big result for Dortmund as well, in comparison in terms of them chasing the Champions League spot. They've been deeply disappointing this season, Borussia Dortmund. Obviously you've got Leipzig, who again today did oh dear, Chas. Leipzig did drop points. So you was quite a fair bit of space here for Wolves if you get it down that right hand channel. If I'm being honest, Chas. Aston Villa have got to be extremely careful down there left. You've got the likes of Lamina. It's really causing a lot of issues. It's really doing really well, and even Sarabia and Semedo creating an overload down that right hand flank. Oh, Nuri! Was he onside? I tell you what, Aiton Nuri, he's literally found himself at the back post with only like Martinez in front of him, really. That is a shocking miss from the Wolves fullback. He was miles onside. He needs to be putting that in the back of the net. It's a good save by Martinez, but it's straight at him. For a player of his quality as well, the Algerian, you'd expect him just to put that bottom right corner. Yeah, and it wasn't. It was miles onside. Could that be very costly for Wolves? But it would have been interesting if it was a goal because Diego Carlos, for a big lad, doesn't have to go down a lot in the Premier League. Yeah, City have the muscle memory to push at this time of the season. So big Arsenal affecting the game and the physical stretch themselves. City leave both sides weakened for a few games. Yeah, they do, mate. It's Champions League football will be interesting, Tom, and mate, in being honest, obviously they've got Real Madrid, which will be a bit of a mad game in itself. I think all of us fully expect City to beat Real Madrid. They should do. Obviously they beat them last year on the road to winning their first European Cup. City, and obviously the year prior, obviously that Rodrigo double at the back end of that game was poor by Pep that night in that second leg at the Bernabeu. Basically taking Kevin De Bruyne off and then just losing all control of the game. Would have been a mad final, that Liverpool and Manchester City. But yeah, just like when City play anyone, mate, that's why I was made up. And if, make sure you book time off everyone for the if you can. The Villa versus Manchester City game as well. That is going to be one hell of a game, really. Obviously, Villa winning 1-0 early on in the season. For me, I haven't seen a team play like that against Manchester City with that amount of confidence in a very long time. Obviously, when Liverpool got results over City, it's been a very good performance. But yeah, it was very special, to say the least, Villa's performance. Obviously, you've got to go away to the Etihad. Yeah, I think it's next week, innit? Villa go to the Etihad. So City have got Arsenal this week, then you've got Villa away the following week, and obviously you've got Champions League, you've got the Real Madrid games sandwiched in between them fixtures as well. So the running, I'd say, I think when we've discussed it this season, does look favourable to Liverpool, but it's another thing. Liverpool have got to make sure we put the pressure on the other teams round us. Semedo, he's cut it back there. I'll tell you what, would have been great opportunity for a young lad, Leon, up front. Surely got to be a foul, that. I mean, he's done extremely well there. That's surely... yeah, yellow card. And that's what... that's what the Villa fans... well, players, sorry. They're asking the referee. There was 2 fouls in the build-up there on the counter-attack. So Dabia's got a yellow card there. But what a run that was. I think it was from Rodgers, number 27. Yeah, there's 2 fouls there. Aiton Nori should have been booked originally, but Sarabia. It's very rare that we do see that from referees. Would have been very harsh, but it's one of them. It was a clever yellow card because Villa would have been in on goal there. Good 30 yards away from Wolves' goal. Moreno, ball in. Semedo cleared. Not too far from the penalty area. Ball out wide. Oh, it's a poor ball, that. It's absolutely shocking from Aston Villa there, from Douglas Luiz. Touches. Tommy Doyle had the most touches, him and Semedo leading this game so far. Yeah, put me yeah, there's only 20 minutes gone in that Bayern game versus Dortmund. Semedo breaking through here now. Yeah, Tom, it was disappointing, lads. I don't know if you caught the end of the video last night, mate. I think you did pop in anyway, but yeah, he's made the sensible decision, Tom, in being honest, mate. I think when you put all of our Liverpool loyalty aside, I think if you think about it, Alonso, for what he's got set up there, it would have been very rash of him, very stupid from my point of view to just leave what he had and then go to a team like Liverpool or Bayern. Because you look at it, Bayern Munich have had 7 managers since Jurgen Klopp's been in charge at Liverpool. So their rotation of managers at Bayern is going to be, it's going to be regular, in it. The Real Madrid job, quite a couple of changing in managers over the last couple of seasons, but it's very strategic to say the least, because obviously winning the Champions League, look at Zidane, Ancelotti, obviously Mourinho before them as well. It did have success to say the least as well. So the thing is, I think Alonso will probably come to Liverpool, but I think it will be in probably about 5, 6, 7 years' time. I don't think it'll be now. Of course, with the comments that he made this week in the build-up, it's the sensible decision in terms of what he's going to be doing. If I was him, I'd stay there at Bayern Leverkusen for another 2, 3 years, especially if you can do the treble, like 3 Bundesliga titles back to back to back. It'd be amazing, in all honesty. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp getting a double in the Bundesliga, but yeah, Bayern an absolute mess at the minute as well. So a sensible decision. If you're him, you're like, why would I leave to go to Bayern? You wouldn't. So yeah, he's a very clever man, is Xabi Alonso. We knew from a technical point of view, him as a player as well. He was a magician. He was the tempo setter, really. Obviously, when he played for Real Madrid, when he moved from Liverpool, obviously his time at Bayern Munich as well. So he's probably in the back of his mind when you listen to his early days interviews that he's give with interviewers when he first got into management. I think he's got his idea and he's got his plans already mapped out. I think he's probably got a strategy already, hence with the comments this week. He probably might want to come to Liverpool, but I don't think he wants to move to Liverpool so far early in his career, which is a bit mad. But you just got to respect Xabi Alonso's decision, really, if I'm being honest. What did you think of it, Tom? In chat, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, just looking back on that Aït-Nouri chance. If you're just tuning in, Wolves should be leading this game so far. 23 minutes into this game, 1-0. See, Aït-Nouri, the fullback, had a gilt-edged opportunity to put that ball into the back of the net. And he didn't capitalise on it. Yeah, 2 scouts, 100%, mate. It's the thing, chat. I know you've probably all been like me, like every Liverpool fan. You know me this week, chat. I'm not in that. I'll probably watch on a stretch about 10 Portuguese league games a season, but that's only probably because I got a team on me, So yeah, I'm not an avid watcher of sport in Lisbon, if I'm being honest. But there's a lot of people out there that do watch them, and by all the accounts, by all the reports from journalists as well, people that do watch sport, and he's a manager, Amarin, that has got a lot of plaudits. He's got a lot of fans. He's got a lot of respect at Liverpool by the sounds of it. You listen to the journalist this today as well, saying that yet again reaffirming that notion that he is the top of Liverpool's priority list as a manager. He's a young manager. He plays football the right way. Obviously, when you come to Liverpool, you've got to play a certain style of football. Obviously, hence when we spoke about it this week, when you had Roy Hodgson coming to Liverpool, I don't think he quite got the city, and he didn't quite get the football as well. He come from Fulham at the time to Liverpool, where his football was successful, but it didn't really fundamentally translate into results at Liverpool. And as Liverpool fans, we give managers time, but only managers that have a desired determination to really improve season upon season, really. So yeah, I just don't think Roy never got Liverpool, really. Um, big up there, Mark. There's look back there. How are we, Mark? At the minute, mate, anyone just tuning in, yeah, Wolves have had the best opportunity so far. I think Ollie Watkins did have a chance. He was offside. Obviously, Douglas Luiz did put the resulting deflection into the back of the net, but it was disallowed for rightfully for offside. But yeah, it's been a very end-to-end game, mate. Wolves have had quite a larger spells of possession as well. Obviously, as it stands here, chat, yeah, Aston Villa have had no shots on target, but it's been hugely dominant performance by Wolves. 63% possession, 6 shots with 2 shots on target as well. So, yeah, Villa really struggling so far. And this goes to what I said at the top of the show, chat. Villa, they're stretched on a European adventure as well, like injuries, them and Newcastle, but thing is, if you want to play with the big boys in the Premier League and in Europe, you've got to deal with these issues in terms of obviously injuries, fatigue as well, loss of form in the Premier League. It's what you do. Do you prioritise your European adventure, or do you try and prioritise the Premier League as well? What's going to be your bread and butter? This is why I don't get when Arsenal fans were complaining about, oh, we're going to be playing Real Madrid in the semi-final. I'm like, mate, for anyone that wins the Champions League, you have to play the big teams. Like, of course, it would have been easier if Arsenal were at the other side of the draw with the likes of Atletico Madrid and PSGs as well. But at the end of the day, if you want to play with the big boys, you want to win big titles as well, you've got to beat the big teams. It's like when we won the Champions League, they're in here. Ollie Watkins 1v1. Oh, he's missed. How's he missed? Ollie Watkins, the man I was bigging up at the top of the show. He's not even hit the target. Just cut here. It was a lovely, delicious ball. I think it was Doug. Who was it? Yeah, Yuri Tillerman straight through the heart of that Wolves defence. And Ollie Watkins, he's just dragged it wide. It's hit the side netting somehow. For a man that has been one of the most informed strikers in the whole of Europe since the turn of the year. Yeah, it's disappointing for Ollie Watkins. Big up there, Dave. How are we, la? As Tom said, and hope you had a good day, Mark, and everyone's having a happy Easter holidays as well, Easter weekends. What do you think? Tom said, who would you like the LFC job? And who do you think the academy will? Do you think the academy will be affected with the loss of the community as a result of the exodus of the backroom staff? No shouting, bloody. Yeah, no worries, lad. I think the one thing, hence why we are potentially bringing in Amadin, it's probably gonna be a massive point to whoever does come in has got a lot of talent coming through. I think obviously Jurgen Klopp, obviously one of his parting gifts so far this season was giving us the opportunity to see the likes of Jadon Dans, the likes of the McConnells as well, the Connor Bradleys bursting onto the scene this season. So for me, youth will play a massive part in the new manager coming in. I think it will be on the agenda, really, the targets for the season, to very much blood in a lot more the youth. And obviously it will be interesting if 1 or 2 players do leave the football club, because with any manager you do need funds as a football club as well. I think if Amarin comes in, or whoever comes in, would personally probably like to bring in a couple of their ex-players that he's probably had Sport and Diamande. Obviously I've not seen a lot of them, but from people that have seen him, probably he's one of the best young centre-halves in the whole of Europe as well. The young lad obviously just won the African Cup of Nations with the Ivory Coast as well. So he's a name to keep an eye on. So if it is Amarin to come in, I think that's what he's done extremely well at Sporting Lisbon as well. That was on his agenda when he become manager there. Obviously off the back of managing Braga too. Obviously I think he won a trophy first time in 4 years for Braga. Obviously, they were going through a bit of turmoil at the time when he took over. The maddest one, if you haven't seen it, chat, Amarin, I think it was in the third tier. We'd have seen it today. He was in the third tier of Portuguese football. He didn't have an official coaching license, so I think they fined him, but he somehow managed to get promotion with that team as well into the second tier of Portuguese football, which is amazing to say the least. Anyway, this goes to show the fella's quality as well. But yeah, Tom, I don't think it will have a detrimental impact on Liverpool's youth players. I think whoever comes in will be tasked with allowing those young players to be given a platform, really, and fundamentally drive their career forward as well. Because I tell you what, I'm not the biggest avid watcher of the under-21s. I know there's a lot of yous out there. I know obviously our mate Nigel that comes on a podcast as well does watch a lot of the under-21s, and he said all season, and people that do watch a lot of the academy football at Liverpool have said this crop of youngsters coming through at the age of like 15 to 21 or 20 odd years old is absolutely meant to be amazing. Like, they've all said keep an eye on a lot of the players that are coming through as well, because some of them are going to be very big stars as well. Conor Bradley's blown me away, really, with how good he's been. It's a breath of fresh air, and I made up it's happened because it just allows Trent to not relax, but it just gives him a bit of competition as well now. I think that's what fundamentally Trent was struggling with. Obviously, there's not a lot of quality. There's not a lot of players that can come through and be on the same level as a player like Trent. Ball in here by Villa, cleared by Wolves. So it's going to be one of them. It's always going to be difficult, mate. But yeah. But Tom, the more documentaries and stuff I do see, what a save by Jose Sarr. That should have been a goal there for Villa on the front post. But the more I see of Amarin, the more I'm falling in love with his style of football and everything. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, chat, go and check it out on YouTube. There's a lot of very great, well-constructed videos just analysing Amarin's game as well. He's a manager that is very exciting by all accounts. And thing with Liverpool fans, we give managers time. But what he's coming in with, this notion, I've spoke to the lads as well off camera, and spoke to Connor and Rick and all that. It's going to be one of them. It's like, can he do it in the Portuguese? He does it in the Portuguese league, but it's going to be extremely difficult to translate that into the Premier League. It will take time, of course it will. Liverpool fans always will give him time, quite rightly so as well, like we did with Jurgen Klopp. But he's a winner, and that's the main thing, really. He knows what it is to win at a team like Sporting Lisbon. For a league that has been dominated by the likes of Benfica and Porto for large spells in Portuguese football as well, prior to him coming in to obviously Sporting Lisbon. And he's made them competitive as well. So, yeah. Gerrard got injured for a good Rui's run, but thank God Torres accepted didn't mask Rui's failings as well. 100% there, Scouse. Yeah, I think that's what we've come a long way, mate. And we for everyone that does remember that era of the Roy Hodgson era, Christ Almighty, imagine if I had my channel. Probably sit there banging my head against the desk for the watch-alongs as well. Yeah, they'd probably get very popular anyway. They get a lot of views. I think everyone's watch-alongs at that time would have as well. So yeah, it's gonna take a couple of years, I think, with Amarin. I don't think I'd love it. We'd all love it if he hit the ground running and won us a league title. But we've just got to be realistic. For anyone that does come in, if it's Amarin or whoever is manager, we've got to give them time, bed into the tactics as well. But I think if you're a young manager or a manager coming into Liverpool, you've got the likes of Trent, you've got the likes of Salah, you've got the likes of Virgil van Dijk as well, McAllister. You are coming into a squad that has got a lot of quality as well. So it's not like the time period in which Jurgen Klopp did take over. Like, Christ, we can all remember that absolute abysmal team that Klopp did inherit. Was it Colo Torre, Alberto Moreno? The list goes on. Teixeira as well. Remember him? The young Portuguese attacking midfielder. I think he's about 28 now. So yeah, we've come a long way. But the main thing is with the changing of manager, I hope we don't take a couple of steps back too far, if you get me. Villa got a free kick here. Over to Bailey. Diaby! Oh, what a goal! What a strike! Yeah, like I knew he was doing absolutely level. He's absolutely laser beamed that to the top right corner. The ball fell very kindly for the Frenchman, and he's got a foot like a tractor engine, lad. He's just absolutely wallops that, mate. I don't know Gary O'Neill's, but that is tell you what a time to get your first shot on target, by the way, as well, chat, for bloody Aston Villa. Yeah, that first initial ball to Bailey. Bit of luck there. But what a strike. He still has a lot to do there. Diaby. Yeah, he's absolutely caressed that into the... Oh, should the Sarr have got a touch on that? He should have, but that's me being over criticising now. It's a very good strike. He's put power on that. But yeah, happy days. But yeah, sorry, just reading back on all the comments. I think a lot of it comes down with losing a manager. 100% there, Mark. Sometimes it takes a bit to start again. It does, Mark. It does. Yeah, and it will be interesting. I think, obviously, there might be one or two players that, when they see Jurgen Klopp go, they might want to leave. Obviously, it's going to be disappointing if that is the case. But if it is needs be, as I said before, Liverpool will need funds for the new manager. We might need to sell one or two. And it'd be disappointing, but yeah, it's an exciting time. A lot of optimism. But whatever happens anyway, chat, we'll get behind Liverpool. Win, lose or draw, we'll still be here. This is why this period under Jurgen Klopp, since he's come in, it's amazing. Like, we've become relaxed. Obviously, I didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s, like, where it was just the norm to win Champions Leagues and, like, the norm to win the Premier League. But even you look at United now, the period post Sir Alex Ferguson, like, for any team, whether that's City, us, United, whoever, if you're at the top of the league, just enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride as well. Because you never know what's around the corner in terms of, like, losing players, signing new players, players getting injured, losing your manager or whatnot. But the thing is, even when we've not been the greatest, obviously thing is, Liverpool pre-Jurgen Klopp, we'd challenge for the league probably once every 5-6 years. But with Jurgen, obviously, everyone goes, oh, you finished like 5th and 6th on a couple of those seasons. We did. Like, the fact that we finished, was it 3rd or 4th with Henderson and Fabinho centre halves? That was a miracle in itself, anyway. But good times will come again with Liverpool. But we'll all be wishing Jurgen all the best, whatever happens with him. I'll tell you what a big goal that was for Aston Villa as well, by the way, Jazz. In terms of their pursuit for the Champions League football. Obviously, yeah, we'll be live at 1:30 tomorrow, chat. There's a lot of football to go. So if you don't get your notifications, chat, we will be live at 1:30. I know what YouTube's like with the old notifications. But yeah. Scouse, you know you've done a good job when you give your notice in and your company goes and invents a new executive position just to ease your exit law. Yeah, Scouse. Yeah, well, I think it will be interesting in the next 5-10 years, like the story around Michael Edwards and Jurgen Klopp. Because there's a lot of talks over the last couple of years that he did fall out or Jurgen didn't like, but obviously with Jurgen, it's whether what report you want to believe as well. But obviously, Jurgen Klopp the last couple of weeks when the news got announced, he was full of praise for Michael Edwards, saying that Liverpool have got one of the best in the business in terms of, or FSG have in terms of appointing him as like the big director, or he's got a big job. I don't even, what's Edwards' new title for FSG, chat? Is like, is he CEO of, like, he's got some mad up, high up job, obviously FSG anyway. Obviously he's overseeing, obviously with the new appointments of sport and director as well. But yes, happy days there, Dave. I will hopefully. Yeah, Dave. Oh, sorry, Dave. But yeah, I thought I'd replied to you there, Dave. If you're still on the stream, I should be able to see you tomorrow. I'll bell you after the stream, mate. Anyway, tonight. I'll ring you. So yeah, we'll sort it out tomorrow. I'll make sure see each other even for like 20 minutes, lad. Obviously, hope you enjoy the game tomorrow, Dave, lad. I know you will. CEO football. Nice one there, Mark. Thought it was CEO of something. Which is a very good appointment anyway. But sporting director Mark Hughes as well. Sorry, not the ex-Man United player. Obviously new sporting director. And you look at the job in which Bournemouth have done since you come into the Premier League as well, chat. Obviously the loss of Eddie Howe, you would have thought, oh, it's all going to go kaput really, but it didn't. I think with the clever signing of a lot of very good players, everyone goes, oh, Solanke and Jordan Ibe and all that, but that was like years prior to obviously the great recruitment that we have seen over the last couple of seasons as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool do sign one or two Bournemouth players anyway with the new sporting director. Obviously with Amin, and we might even sign a couple of Sporting Lisbon players as well. But it might be one of them though, chat. Obviously with Jurgen Klopp, when he left Dortmund, I think he had a mutual agreement when he joined Liverpool that he wasn't gonna like raid Borussia Dortmund. And it might be even the same with Sporting Lisbon. Of course, they've got a lot of talented players, but there might be a mutual agreement between him and the coaches as well and the owners that there might be a 12-month, 2-year period where he's not allowed to, or not that he's not allowed, but they have a respect. It just depends. If the player in that Amadin system is very important and he feels that he could come to Liverpool and make that big impact, I think they'll go big and spend more. Big up there, Bonk. Obviously, yeah, Villa, 1-0 up there, lads. I'll see. Against the run of play, if I'm being honest. Obviously, Wolves, this first half, started well. Didn't really capitalise on the great chances that they did have, but obviously Villa scoring against the run of play with a very good strike from the edge of the penalty area from Moussa Diaby as well. Yeah, but on what level will he get involved with the club, Mark? Edwards, I don't think he will get too involved, mate. Obviously, he'd like to have an overarching view on the football club. Edwards probably knows already the people in every department, mate, doesn't he? Obviously, being a sporting director at Liverpool a couple of years ago, he's already put the foundations of the football club. He's obviously, I think he's more or less looks like he's hiring his best mate and Mark Hughes and the Bournemouth sporting director at the end of the season. So it's going to be one of them. Where it will be very interesting. But yeah, Villa, if they can get a goal before just half time, I can't see them really losing this game. Villa, if they were to get a second goal, that's what they do extremely well, Villa, and they've done really well there. Douglas Luiz on this left hand side now. Oh, it's Paul there, absolutely shocking play by Aston Villa. Rodgers down that left hand side. Really need to get involved a lot more. If you haven't already done so, drop a like on the video as well, chat. Massively does help out. Obviously 2 minutes added on here, and then we will be back in a little second. Just gonna make a cup of tea. We'll get a drink anyway. Yeah, if you've got any questions or chat, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on this game. Yeah, Scouts has said in there, mate. It'd be interesting to see if United play with 50% of determination they did against us tonight. Ten Hag job was being questioned until the extra time. Now they have patience. It's United fans just can't make their minds up anyway, mate, can't they? Whatever winds the wind is blowing on that given day. For me, and I've said since he's come in, I think he's just another glorified Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, the longer Ten Hag stays at Manchester United, the more happy I will be. I think all of us will be. Because I think you look at everyone goes to the win percentage at Manchester United, Ten Hag. I think he's got the best win percentage of any manager post-war. Obviously, post the Second World War, a better win percentage than Ferguson and all the great managers that they've had at their football club as well. But that's caveated by the sheer amount of records that Manchester United have destroyed. Like, was it Bournemouth haven't done the double over them or whatever, something stupid. There's like a whole list. There's a good thread on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, of a Man United fan just reeling off all the records, the bad records that Erik ten Hag has broken, really. But I think he's not the manager they need, and thankfully he's still there at the job anyway. But I think he's a solid manager, Ten Hag, if you want to get top 4, top 5. But for where United aspire to be and where they expect themselves as a club to be, they need a better manager than him, really, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's quite an even game. I still think Wolves could get something. Big up there, Tony. Hope you're well, mate. Don't know if you're there. I'm guessing you might be a Wolves or a Villa fan, mate. But welcome to the channel, mate. Yeah, their record lost 7-0 as well. Yeah, it's mad. Like, I'm surprised he even stayed in the job at that 7-0, so, if I'm being honest. Like, I think even if you'd ask Man United fans, and the thing is, I do respect United. I know there's a bit of rivalry between Liverpool and Man United, but one thing is, it's a competitive rivalry. I'm not speaking for the idiots in both, like, every football fan. The sausages out there that take it away from football, the sad reality as well. That needs to be eradicated. But the proper Man United and Liverpool fans that speak football and have that rivalry, yeah, like, we haven't had chat. Obviously, there's never been a period where Liverpool and United have been top dogs in the Premier League. Obviously, it's been when we had Rafa, it was one title charge in like 5 years, wasn't it? It was like a false dawn, really. It was like, oh, Liverpool have done well, but we ran out of speed, really. But like, if you think about it, I'm thankful that it's Liverpool City, because what is City on now? 9 league titles. United are obviously on 20. We're on 19 anyway. But yeah, it's Chad, do you ever think there will be a time where Liverpool and Man United are both going for it, and I mean both at their peak at the powers at the same time? Or do you think it'll be a very long time until that is the case? I don't know. There's probably people screaming at the telly going, oh, the 1920-30 season. Obviously with the Liverpool Leeds Canal and Everton, about the history of Liverpool and Manchester as cities as well, the docks and Everton, like, that's where it just goes. It goes beyond just the footballing terms. If you want to go that in depth as well, everyone goes, why is there so much like rivalry between both cities? It's just everything combined in terms of like the early 30s, 40s, and 50s, and around that time period, with all the canal channels and all that. It is amazing to look at the history between both cities as well, because there's so much more than just football. Big up there, Everest. Southgate to United. Yeah, I just don't get that, Everest. That it's just paper nonsense, really, mate. Like, you will literally get 80,000 Manchester United season ticket holders giving their season tickets at United, and they were like, yeah, like Southgate. We've already had the banter era of Man United, and that was with Ollie. Um, yeah, it's just paper nonsense, Everest. Yeah, I've always thought that Poch could have done a job at Man United, but it's one of them. It's one of them. I don't think Poch. I think he's begging for the sack of Chelsea, by the way, chat today. Getting that draw. Oh yeah, Tony. Thought you were, lad. Sorry that. Red. All good, lad. All good. Just checking. Leverkusen scored 2 late goals. They did bonks. Bonkers, big up there, mate. Good to see it in the comments. Yeah, it was a very good game. Obviously, is it still 1-0 to Dortmund, chat? They were getting beat. Yeah, 1-0 Dortmund. So I think mathematically, in terms of when you look at the Bundesliga table, I think if it still stays 1-0 Dortmund, I think Leverkusen only need to pick up 3 or 4 points now to win mathematically the league title, which will be amazing. And then they can relax and just focus on the European adventures as well. Obviously, they're still in the Bundesliga FA Cup, or whatever that is, the Polska. I think so they got that as well. I give me great joy. Yeah, it does, Tony, because Christ, they destroyed my childhood, and we enjoy it as well. Like, and they done the same when Fergie was winning league after league after league after league after league. Like, at the time, I didn't have, obviously, I used to watch, when Sky Sports News Sky Sports used to be free on was it, what is it, Freeview, when everyone used to have Freeview on the tellies as well. Sky Sports, when it used to be free. I remember, obviously, I didn't have Sky at the time, at the house, and I was sat there watching Gillette Soccer Saturday, and it was a 4-1 game, when we were watching that game as well. And the Gerrard, I was going absolutely off me tits when we won 4-1, which was amazing. Just little moments like that as well. But long may it continue as well. But I don't think there'll ever be a period in time where it will be just United and Liverpool going for the league title at the peak of their powers. I think it'll always be a case of one team being amazing and then the other team being just a couple of steps behind in their development as a football club. I want United to get relegated to their Everest. We do. And vice versa as well. They'll be exactly the same with us. I don't want them to be competitive ever. Yeah, 100%. Scouse, I get the tea as well. Saifu here. No, Scouse, where's the PG tips, lads? Come on. Oh, here we go. Tea debate on the channel again. We love it. Actually. Whilst I'm downstairs, I'll make a poll. And everyone can vote on the best tea bags anyway. And we're not talking about Gary Neville. Even though that used to be, was watching an interview with on the Overlap or something. Apparently that used to be Gary Neville's nickname, supposedly, from Roy Keane. Everest, Gary Alonso did the unthinkable, snatching the Bundesliga title from Bayern. That really happens. Hopefully he can keep some of those players, or else next season. Yeah, that's the main thing, Everest. I think was it Hideki when he was on national duty, the goalkeeper, obviously the captain of Bayer Leverkusen, this week on international duty, saying the players weren't too sure as well. And even he spoke about the potential players might be leaving the club, but I think Alonso spoke this a couple of days ago, didn't he, and saying, yeah, it helps me and it helps the players really now buckle in tight. Obviously, it just allows probably the club by Leverkusen to maybe sign a couple of the players that they've currently got onto a bit more bigger contracts in terms of bigger buyout clauses as well for any potential big teams coming in for them in a couple of years' time as well. So it's all good. And Dortmund should have won that league title last year, chat. If you remember, was it last game of the season? Marco Reus somehow still hasn't won the Bundesliga title with did Reus win the league title at Dortmund with Klopp, or am I on another universe? No, did he? I don't think he did. So like that record of him still not winning the league title, because he had those injuries, didn't he, Marco Reus? So I started supporting Liverpool in 1973. I was 8, so I remember our dominant period. What a time, Tony. And I'm pretty sure good times are still. I know obviously everyone, we'll all be bloody crying our eyes out. I know I will. Everyone go, oh, it's only football. When anyone ever goes, it's only football, just walk away from them. Like, just go, it's only EastEnders or Corrie or something, or Hollyoaks. When we mates go, yeah. It's like EastEnders is real, but football is real as well. Like, for me, like, football is everything. I know how important it is for every single one of you as well. It's really important. Like, I was crying my eyes out. As soon as that Origi goal went in the Champions League final, I was in bits. Like, it's so important to every single one of us as well. And it sets our mood up as well. Like I don't know how you're like, chat, or probably you're probably quite similar. So if Liverpool don't win, or like we see a result or whatever, and I'm in a not the best of moods anyway. But yeah, wasn't Klopp the last man to stop buying? Yeah, he was, too. He was, mate. Obviously the double in the Bundesliga then. Yeah, so which is absolutely mental to say the least. Anyway, how's only football is so much more. It is, yeah. It's mad. I don't know. I don't know what people do. Obviously, they go outside and obviously go on walks and climb up mountains and all that. Um, some are into art. Some are into gaming as well. Like, I'm into my gaming as well. But yeah, life without football would be mad, to say the least. Anyway, chat. I'll be back in a little second. I'm just gonna get a quick drink. And then we will be back underway for the second half. We'll be live tomorrow for obviously the Liverpool game. We'll be live from 1:30 GMT UK time, and obviously we'll be live at 4:15 for the big game. Obviously Arsenal versus Manchester City. Main thing is Liverpool need to do the job, and I'm pretty sure we will do. When I stay up till 3 or 4 a.m. to watch Liverpool lose, the rest of my day is already screwed. Here, Everest, and yeah, it's amazing, and that's what makes football as well. Like the amazing fans like you, mate, and everyone. Like, never let anyone say you can't support Liverpool because you live halfway around the world. Utter nonsense, mate. Like, I'd all invite you down to Liverpool if we had enough room in the house and said, enjoy it, come down for the parade as well. Because Liverpool's one of the most welcoming cities in the world. Like, if you need directions, if you ever go in the game or whatnot, Scousers will always help you out. And don't listen to anyone. Like, doesn't matter that. Yeah. Liverpool, like Christ, we got a German manager. Like, who did he want as Liverpool manager? Did we want like Roy Hodgson or an English manager to be in charge of Liverpool? Utter nonsense, mate. Anyone can support Liverpool Football Club, and that's what makes this football club as great as the fans, the players as well, everyone that's walked through to Liverpool and supports Liverpool. One big family as well. Yeah, as Mark said, not so good. So I hate the 12:30 Saturday kickoffs. If we lose, I'm grumpy all weekend as well. Yeah, so it's obviously it's a 2 p.m. kickoff tomorrow, which isn't too bad, mate. But thankfully for Liverpool, so I don't think we've got many. I think we've got one slot for the 12:30 game, but it's dependent on obviously obviously us getting knocked out by United. I think we've got one more slot left, so hopefully it's not a difficult game. It'll probably be the Everton game that they try and slide in there anyway. Chat, be back in a little second, talk amongst each other, and be back in a little second. We're back underway here, chat. Perfect timing. If you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Can we at least try and, obviously we're on 15 likes so far, get that at least up to about 30. Be muchly appreciated, you bloody legends. How are we, Tom? But yeah, chat, let's get back to all your comments as well. Might move if Arsenal or City get through to the Champions League semis. Yeah, true there, so obviously with the schedule on that, mate. Yeah. How have you been, Sean? Have you been? Hope you've been well, lad. Ball in there. Oh, Carlos should have made that 2-0. Diego Carlos. It's a phenomenal ball to the back stick there, by the way, chat. From Villa. I think that was that Bailey? Yeah, it was. Tell you what, he's got some delivery on that, lad, hasn't he? Oh, yeah, it would have been about 5 yards offside there, chat. Forget about that. Yeah, as I said, chat. Everyone's downstairs. As for your start 11, Tony's got his start and Mark's got his as well. Mark's gone with Kelleher for tomorrow. Bradley, Van Dijk, Canate, Robinson, Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Nunes and Salah if all are fit. Tony's gone with Kelleher, Bradley, Canate if fit. Virgil, Gomez, Szoboszlai, Endo, Macher, Salah, Nunes and Diaz as well. Yeah, watching Bayern, Arsenal will beat them, I think. Yeah, it's Harry Kane now, isn't he? The story's already been writ with him, hasn't he? Or will the Tottenham case continue for Harry Kane? It is mad that words were collected there by Martinez. Like the fact that you can take a man out of Tottenham, but you can't take a Tottenham out of a man. Like, this is football heritage, as Jose Mourinho once said. And even Conte, like, Tottenham destroyed Conte as a manager, didn't he? Like, he's a league winner on numerous occasions in his career. But when he went to Tottenham, his head just fell off. He was even calling out all the players and everything. No one can save Tottenham. And I don't even think that the fella that they've got in charge now will. He's doing a alright job, really, but like Ange Postecoglou, like chat, he blew me away really because I was like, very naive as a football fan anyway. I was like, he won't do nothing, but well, it's alright. Tottenham won the league after about 3 weeks, didn't they? So it's since the end of May, you have to give them the Premier League title as well. So I'm still fuming about our game against Tottenham as well. Like that Luis Diaz goal. How? Like, no other team would have stood for that. Like, absolute corruption at its finest, chat. Like, we could all see it. Everyone around the world knew that goal was a goal. But yet, what made it worse was that the way that Sky and the people in charge of the television pictures weren't showing it on the telly, like the replay. There was no replay. And then Sky at the end of the show went, yeah, the presenters were like, yeah, we weren't given the pictures. My ass. It stunk, really. Tell you what a run here by Gomez. It's got to be a foul. Oh, good little player, the central midfielder anyway for Wolves. He's a player to keep an eye on, chat. Gomez, they're number 8. I think he might go to a very big club in the next couple of seasons if he continues developing. He's a lad with a lot of quality as well. Very young. I think he's about, how old Gomez? Number 8 for Wolves. Yeah, I'll have a quick look anyway. I think he's about 21, 22. Yeah. So Gomez. Shell Gomez. Oh yeah, 23. Obviously, probably will get a big move in a couple of seasons. Dortmund still winning 1-0 against Bayern. But yeah, only draw City tomorrow. So I can only see a draw or City win tomorrow, plus playing the quarterfinals and semis and Champions League is draining. It will be, Tony. I think the best possible outcome for Liverpool fans, really, as we've all been saying with our mates or family members and all that when we spoke about Liverpool and that, is, yeah, City, Arsenal go into the semis. They absolutely batter each other in the semis, kick lumps out of each other, get a couple of injuries here and there as well. And then Liverpool are like, all right, boys, you just kick lumps out of each other and then we'll move above you in the league. But Wolves got a free kick here. Sarabia. It's a poor effort there by the Spaniard. Poor effort. Good 5 yards over the top right corner. But it's alright, Tom. We won't mention Everton. Not really, lads. We would lose today. Yeah, Tom, it could have been even worse, mate. Like, Sheffield were 3-1 up, just as we remember, as we said at the top of the show. Like, if you're a Sheffield United fan, and even a Luton fan as well, like, the amount of times this last couple of weeks, that both of those teams have been in leads. Like, the Luton game was an absolute utter joke. It was a couple of weeks ago before the international break. They were 3-0 up, and then Bournemouth somehow come back. Did they win that game 4-3, Bournemouth? Like, that. Like, Premier League football heritage. It is the best league in the world by an absolute country mile. Oh, yeah, Tony, don't let me start on that Odegaard handball as well, mate. Like, and Liverpool fans go, Liverpool moan about, like, decisions. It's like, no, we moan about the absolute utter, like, corrupt. Like, these rival fans would be saying exactly the same of those decisions. Like, try being a Wolves fan this season. I swear, was it when they played, was it Wolves that played United on the opening game in the season this year? And, you were absolutely denied an absolute blatant Stonewall penalty. Like, I think Wolves have been on the receiving end of the most amount of poor decisions from VAR this year. Like, it's ridiculous. And especially, it's alright when Liverpool are top of the league and all that and we're competing. But imagine if you're like a team down there in the bottom, or even a team in around 4th or 5th, and you miss out by 1 or 2 points in a league season, and that's what? Like Champions League revenue, probably in excess of 50-60 million in terms of next season. It's ridiculous. I think the more cameras these referees are being given, the worse they're getting. Like, they shouldn't even be like, it's like, what decision was it today? Yeah, it was that Newcastle decision. If you didn't see it, chat, watch it on Match of the Day tonight. It was the the Gordon challenge, where, for me, it was a blatant penalty. But it took them like 3-4 minutes to give a penalty. Like, I think it was Newcastle's second goal. Yeah, the penalty that they got given, their second penalty of the game. I was like, what are you watching? It doesn't even need to be getting reviewed. Or just say, for official penalty straight away. But yet again, it took about 4 minutes to give the decision. I'm like, come on. Yeah, Wolves are bottom, -3 points. We are joint second bottom, -2 points on VAR decisions. It's mad, lads, isn't it? I do feel the refs manipulate games for TV rights. It's like media, mate, innit? It's obviously, I've studied media for a very long time anyway. It's about getting clicks. It's about getting your channels and everything, like, populated, really. Driving debate, driving, like, clicks and people to watch your content, really, as well. So the more that is spoke about the Premier League from a global perspective, in terms of, like, the audiences, it grows even more. Which is a sad reality, but I just wish it was. Really, if you go to the pub with your mate or whatnot, and you'd spend about 2 hours getting bladdered over, and you'd argue over the most bang-on decision that you've seen. It's like, oh, yes, no, yes. But now, with VAR, but everyone will go, oh, yeah, we've got more decisions right. We probably have, but on the other side of that scale as well, you've probably got similar decisions even wrong. the same amount wrong as well. Wolves are appealing for a penalty. Yeah, it was never a penalty. It was a ball drifted into the penalty area off that right-hand flank. Sarabia, ball in. Lamina. What's he complaining with? Does he get his foot trapped? Yeah, nothing in that. Nothing in that. Yeah, like the VAR should not be. It should be there for the difficult decisions that the referee can't make, or like the referee has missed. But as you said there, Mark, the thing is, Mark, they'll never mic up the referees because they know how utterly stupid they'd be made to look. And pundits and I think it was mad. There was reports this season that even pundits were getting told to not go in hard on referees after games, and you're like, what? Like, they need to be criticised. Fair enough in any job. If you make a mistake, you get called in by your manager and you say, right, you've done that wrong, you've done that wrong. I want you to develop, I want you to improve, and I don't want to be seeing those mistakes again. But these referees are just getting allowed to make poor decisions after poor decisions. Teams will get relegated off poor decisions this season, and you have done over the last couple of seasons. The worst, Villa. Fair enough, they might get Champions League football this season. But that season where he stayed in the Premier League, Villa shouldn't even been in the Premier League. Sheffield United. Remember that goal that was over the line? Like blatantly over the line. Because the technology wasn't set up properly. The goal wasn't given. Like goal line technology wasn't working. Hang on, Lamina's just headbutted Martinez. Not intentionally. Oh no, it was Tossi, sorry. Tossi's rugby tackled him there. Speaking of referees, is it our mate in charge today? Yeah, Paul Tierney. Hey. Gian Pablo Angel. I thought I knew his face. It's the former Villa player. How's the hell? That's making me feel old, that. Yeah, John Moss left the PGML this week and not happy with something. Probably the crap standard of refs. It's the thing, too, innit? And chat, like, for the good refs that are in there, the poor ones give them a bad rep anyway. And then everyone goes to, like, even the good refs, oh, you're rubbish, you lad. Well, probably a lot more worse expletives on a weekend anyway. But it's like, come on, man. Yeah, so we've got half an hour left in this game. What's Martinez doing? I'll tell you what, Pau Torres, what a signing he's been for Villa this season. Just goes to show the quality of like centre half that like Villa and other teams around there can bring into the Prem now. At Sunday League level, the refs are told to try and keep players on the pitch. Which is probably true, mate. But we all know the difference between an absolute shocking tackle, like a 2-footer or whatever. But it's like even we've seen the Curtis Jones tackle. Was it the high foot? And that was a red card for me. It was. But when you've seen similar tackles that Curtis Jones got sent off for against Tottenham this season, I swear it was the week after that game as well. There was an identical challenge. I think it might have been in the United game or something. And there's just no consistency. No consistency at all. Oh, Mark, why have you told me that? Paul Tierney's in charge of art tomorrow. No comment. Good collect here by Martinez. Top with 3 points is Forest. What did we think about that? Was it with Mark Clattenburg coming out after the Liverpool Forest game? This isn't a Greek league. Maniakos. Like, obviously, the Forest owner. I think he thought he was in WWE or something. Coming down from, like, the touchline, getting on the pitch and having a go at the referee. Don't know what he was expecting to do. Tombstone him or something, or, like, chokeslam him or whatever. It's like, lad, calm. You're an owner of a Premier League team. Yes, I can get your frustration. But do it respectfully. Well, I can't even imagine John Henry even coming to a Liverpool game, nevertheless actually stepping on the pitch, really, for a poor decision. Zaniolo, the Italian, coming on now for Aston Villa. There's talks of him this week as well in the Italian press. I think it was Di Marzio who was reported and getting quoted saying that he might be wanting to come back to Roma, which is a bit of a mad one. Oh, Gomez. Oh, he's done well there, the youngster. So unlucky there. Leon, the young lad. Obviously, not had a lot of chances so far in this game tonight. Obviously, only 18 years old, but he's had a good run out tonight. He'd be a bit frustrated with himself. He got in behind there. It was a good flick on by Lamina. It was a bit of a poor challenge, really, very rash from Diego Carlos. Could have really given away at least a penalty there if he wasn't too careful. Yeah, Scouse. Like, the only team that will stop Villa from getting top 4 this season will be Villa themselves. Obviously, with United playing... Are they playing tonight? They are as well, aren't they? Obviously, United with their game in hand. Obviously, Villa are playing a game ahead of United. And ahead of, obviously, Tottenham as well. So, it's going to be a big result for Aston Villa if they can hold on here tonight. Let's have a little look at Aston Villa's remaining fixtures as well. Obviously, you've got City after this game as well. Then you've got Brentford at home. Then you've got Lille in Europa League Conference. Then you've got Arsenal. Tell you what, Villa. You've got to play us, second to last game of the season. We've got to go to Villa Park. That's going to be a mad game. And Villa have got to play Chelsea as well. So, think about it, chaff. Villa and Tottenham will play a massive part to play in the title running. And not just in the top 4 race as well. Hugo Bueno has come on. Aït-Nouri. Very surprising Aït-Nouri's come off there, chat. I think the man, obviously, Gary O'Neill just wants a bit more of an attacking threat going forward anyway. Yeah, United's last couple of games in the Prem. Let's have a little look. So you've got us in the Premier League, we know that. So United have got Brentford tonight. Then you've got Chelsea away in the Prem. As Villa go forward here. Zaniolo. He's got an overlapping run there, Diaby. He's found him. Ball to the back post. Oh, 2-0. I tell you what, Jordan, I think it's his goal anyway. But what play that is by Aston Villa down that right-hand side. Absolutely delicious ball to the back post anyway. I tell you what. Conce, I tell you what, he's a centre-half by trade. He got forward there really well. Even the other teammates are just laughing at him going, what are you doing, lad? Tell you what play that is by Aston Villa. Game, set and match there, really. At Villa Park. Zaniolo, good little build-up play there. Obviously on the overlap. Concept, ball to the back post. Yeah, and it's a goal. It's a goal for the right back as well. Looked like Jordan at the back post. Looked like he got a David Nugent-esque touch at the back post, but he just allowed it to trickle in, fall into the back post, and I tell you what, oh, he's not meant to by all accounts anyway, the centre half, but it's done the job, very much so. Even he's surprised, the whole bloody stadium's surprised. Not the centre half put that on the back of the back, put it in anyway. Ball in now. Can Villa get a third? Zaniolo! Oh, what a save by Jose Sarr. Tell you what, that would have put the game well and truly to bed. I think if you're the Italian, you need to be scoring that inside the left-hand penalty area. Just put your foot through it. Put it into the bottom corner anyway. Yeah, it was Consa. And if you got fantasy football as well, chat, you got Moussa Diaby as well. He did get the assist. And obviously Consa, who is playing right back tonight. Diego Carlos. Zaniolo again. Straight at him. Straight at the goalkeeper anyway. And he's cutting a very frustrated figure, the Italian. He's a big lad, very technical player. But, yeah, he's frustrated with himself there that he couldn't quite have directed that into the bottom corner. If you're a Villa fan now or you're a Villa player, I think you and I will be wanting this game, try and get an extra goal and just shut up shop, really. 2-0. It's always dodgy, cliche scoreline anyway, but it is. Oh, Martinez. Ooh. I tell you what, it's risky play by Villa, but this is what they've been doing all season. Any reminiscence of the game in which he played against City, where he's playing with a lot of confidence, playing on the front foot as well. 1 touch, 2 touch. I tell you what, Diego Carlos is enjoying himself tonight. I think he'll be my man in the match if we have to give one. Yeah, he's playing with a lot of attacking impetus, really. Impetus. Yeah. Just checking on the Bayern score. Still 1-0 to Dortmund. Let's have a little look at the stats there as well. Yeah, Bayern have only registered 2 shots on target anyway, which is quite poor from them being the home side. 20 minutes left in that game. As Wolves trying to get a foothold into this game, get back into this game. Yeah, that's going to be a big one, that, Tony, innit? And we know how poor Chelsea have been, but you just never know with Chelsea. Like, if it's the Chelsea that turned up against Manchester City, remember that game at Stamford Bridge this season? That was a madness game, that. Oh, lucky. That should be a foul there, Def. Say what, Villa fan. Whole stadium's up in arms there, and you can understand why. It's disappointing. It's poor, that. No foul there. Bayern made a couple of subs. Yeah, they have. Fair enough, Tom. Tuchel's trying to change it. Looks like Jordan might be injured here, number 24 for Aston Villa. Not moving the best. Bournemouth away, Newcastle at home as well. Yeah, sorry there, chat. I just got a bit distracted there with that potential attack. What is he saying there, chat? Tony said a couple of the fixtures here. They got Chelsea away midweek, as Tony said. Then you've got Liverpool off the back of the Chelsea game. Then you've got Bournemouth away. So you've got the FA Cup game. United have still got to play Arsenal. That's a big result, that, for Arsenal to go away at Old Trafford. And obviously Brighton last game of the season. Probably one of the worst games you can have going away at the Amex, really. Tawanda coming on as well, another youngster for Wolves. Don't know a lot about the young lad, but tell you what, mustn't be too bad if he's getting his start tonight away from home in the Premier League. Yeah, Mark, it is. I think we will have one of the best ever seasons that we've had in a very long time in the Premier League. There's still so much to play for. Like, even the bottom 3, top 4. Obviously, it will be top 5 and post next season as well, which will be really interesting. I think you will see this summer coming, like teams from out like 4th to like 8th. I think you will see a lot of spending happening, especially the likes of Aston Villa as well, with that Champions League revenue. Thing is with Villa, they've spent that money well though. Obviously with the Jack Grealish money, was it £100 million at the time? Bringing Tielemans in for I think it was a free transfer as well. Absolutely phenomenal work from Villa to get him in. Pau Torres, 35 million, 40 million it was to bring him in. A lot of experience, a lot of quality, a lot of Champions League quality as well. Obviously, ex-Villarreal centre-half. And obviously, Ollie Watkins. I think Villa could do with another striker as well, though, Chas. Obviously, especially with the demands like we've seen with Newcastle this season. Oh, Pau Torres ball to the back post. Jose Sarr collected that. But I think they do need another striker, Villa. You can never have enough good attacking players, chat, as we know at the football club. Also, with our 5 mad attackers, they all offer something very different, every single one of them anyway. But if you haven't already done so, chat, drop a like on the video as well. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing 2 watch-alongs tomorrow as well. Obviously, we're doing the Liverpool game. And of course, yeah, of course, the big one. A 3:30. Or 4:15 anyway. Kickoffs at 4:30. Ball forward now. Say what, fair play by the referee. Say what, he's in here, Jordan. Running down this left-hand side here. Now he's got a couple of players at the back post if he can find them. He's gone the solo option. That's poor. Poor. Is that going to be a corner kick? Yeah, it's going to be a corner kick from Jordan. So he didn't have a lot of options, but I think the better option would have been at the back post. Obviously, Moussa Diaby running in there. Obviously, Yuri Tielemans as well. The striker wanted to at least try and get that shot on target, but couldn't quite. Can Villa now get that third goal, put this game to bed? He's disappointed. What's the referee? Why are we looking at the referee? What are the... Why is the camera on Paul Tierney? We're not asked about him. Has something happened with the liner or something? I don't know. Hopefully everything's okay. Obviously, I'm not listening to the game with my headset, chat, so apologies. Hopefully everything's okay. Oh, technology. Yeah, his mic has broke. It's a rookie out of this. Yeah, so here we go. Another 20 minutes for the Lino getting his new batteries in. I'm waiting for that to be an excuse tomorrow as well. What is it? PG Moello released a statement. Yeah, sorry, we forgot to charge the walkie-talkies for the 4th officials. Or the radios. They couldn't speak to the VAR control room in Stockley Park. My ass. Looking, recapping on that Diaby goal. If anyone tuning in, Obviously, goals from Diaby and goals from Conte as well. Putting Liverpool. They don't play for Liverpool. Putting Villa into a 2-goal lead. And obviously, further strengthening their stronghold on that 4th place anyway. Obviously, this is tonight. They're playing there. Obviously, they are a game ahead of the likes of obviously Villa and obviously likes of Tottenham and Manchester United, who have still got a game in hand on Villa as well after tonight's game. So United would be looking at this result, needing going into that Brentford game. Tell you what, fair play to the young lad here. Oh, probably not. He's probably about 25, fixing the microphone pack for the 4th official, especially when you've got a camera probably getting broadcasted to about 20 million, 50 million people in the UK. A lot of pressure, and he's done well there. As I say that, he's just dropped the radio. Go ahead, lad. It's not an easy job, especially with all media equipment and everything. Very versatile, very flimsy, modern day technology as well. Well, fair play to the lad, he's got it sorted. And that's record timing. Usually takes the, tell you what, Sky, get him on more regular. He must be a runner for the techies for Stockley Park as well, but he's done a very good job there. Quick time, that. Usually takes the referees about half an hour to get those radios sorted. What do you think of the new ball boy rule about having a pick up point for the ball? What do you mean, Mark? Elaborate on that if you can, that. What do you mean? Like a pick up point for the ball? Or like you can't go past a certain... Yeah, so a new ball boy rule. Is that coming into play next season, Mark? Or is it being implemented already into the Premier League this season? I missed that one, mate. That's a new one. Ball boys can't give the players the ball. Can't they? Is that in play now, is it? That's a load of codswallop. That's nonsense. Ball in. It's going to be another corner for Villa. That's mad. Is that in play now, Mark, is it? I'm guessing. Because obviously all the footies are on like cones around the edge of the pitch. That's ridiculous, that. Football, eh? I read it on the forum, so I think it might be next year as well. Yeah, that's... There's more important things that in the Premier League rules that need changing. Like, it's ridiculous and changing that, man. I suppose it's not like ball boys are like deliberately keeping hold of the ball. I get there's being like a cut, like no, I remember that prime hazard incident against Swansea where the ball boy rolled round like he'd been absolutely volleyed in the head, but in reality he just got tapped by Hazard because he was keeping hold of the ball, and Hazard just wanted that ball back. But yeah, it's mad. But that's the whole point of football as well, especially in the Premier League, especially the way Liverpool do it as well. And especially in the Premier League, and I don't know what it's like in Europe, but a lot of the young academy players, if they have a good week in the academy, or it's like they get given the responsibility of being a ball boy at the ground or in and around the stadium as well for the first team. So for me, that is taken away from what is good. It's a good incentive, really, for like the young academy players as well at these clubs to say, oh yeah, you can't do that no more, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. Premier League do what they want to do anyway. 10 minutes left of your chat. Yeah, we will be live tomorrow. 2 watch-alongs if you're just tuning in. Been a good game tonight here, chat. Wish I'd done the Newcastle game, but as is the case with with half-12 kickoffs, you can never back an half-12 kickoff, can you? Tell you what, I'm going. Who's getting the yellow card there? I think it's one of the younger lads anyway. Yeah, it was. Concert. He anticipated that. But yeah, big result for Aston Villa. In terms of as it stands at the minute, in terms of where this would lead Villa, in terms of the league table, it would take them back into the top 4 place anyway. With a game, obviously Man United, as it stands now, obviously you've got a game tonight, but Man United's got 2 games in hand on Villa. But, oh yeah, chance. Douglas Luiz. Ball into the right hand side. Diaby. I'll tell you what a player that Diaby is. That's blatant handball, that. It's got to be a yellow card. But yeah, United's got 2 games in hand, so it's further strengthens Villa's stronghold on top 4. They'll be on 59 points. So they'll be 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they'll be 12 points ahead of Man United. Aston Villa, but with United have still got 2 games in hand as well. But like it is with the Premier League as well, you'd rather have your points on the board than games in hand, because you can't really guarantee anything really. Yeah, Tony, it's one of them, mate, isn't it? Obviously, I think was United got heavily beat this season, didn't he? Let's have a little quick look there, head to head. I know I'm thinking of last season. Sorry there, chat. Obviously, Brentford won 4-0 last year. Obviously, United won 1-0. And they won 2-1 in the reverse fixture. Manchester United 2-1 this season at Old Trafford anyway. Certainly one of them, Tony. And like when you look at, oh wow, 2-0 Borussia Dortmund, chat. Bayer Leverkusen players are absolutely probably opening the champagne tonight, as he said there, Tony. 2-0 down. Whoa! Thomas Tuchel surely has to be getting sacked tonight. Unless VAR. Yeah, is it getting VAR'd, mate? Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, I tell you. Big result that for Bayer Leverkusen. Tuchel will be getting sacked. And I was saying this to the lads as well this week. Do we see a world where Harry Kane comes back to the Premier League? For me, potentially, I think post this season, if I'm United, I'm putting a bid in for Harry Kane. That's what I'm doing. Like, you're bringing him back to the Premier League anyway. Fair play to tell you what, fair play to Wolves and Gary O'Neill. He's given a lot of the youngsters an opportunity tonight in this Wolves team. Obviously, with a couple of the big injuries that they have sustained this season. But it's very refreshing to see. Semedo, not had the worst game of the season, really, but tell you what, fair play. No, big up there, Scouts. What have you ordered, lad? Okay. I had a Mackey's last night. I don't need a Mackey's, as you can tell. What have you ordered, lads? Hope you've treated yourself, lad, after a busy week, mate. You deserve it, lad. Yeah, good goal, buying all over the place on the counter. Yeah, and Dortmund even this season, so, and just, obviously it's a big result for them in terms of their top 4 pursuits. Dortmund, they needed to win. Stuttgart have played very well this season as well. I'm hoping they get top 4 because they deserve it. Obviously Stuttgart 3 points ahead of Dortmund in 3rd place. Obviously got a game in hand, Stuttgart, and they play tomorrow or it might be Monday. But yeah, Thomas Tuchel probably will get the sack after tonight. Or I think he will get the sack when it's mathematically impossible for Bayern to win the league, which will probably be next week when Bayern lose again and Bayer Leverkusen. I think Bayer Leverkusen only need a point now, or is it like they only need 3 points, Leverkusen? That's if Bayern lose or drop points again. So that's just, yes, big result. So Bayer Leverkusen and the Bayer Leverkusen players as well, and Alonso will be absolutely on cloud nine tonight. They're probably opening the bottles of champagne and everything so far. I'm hoping that they go this season unbeaten, chat. Apart from when they play us in Europe. When we absolutely wallop them. In sound. Happy days there, lad. I haven't had that. I know what you're on about there, lad. The Torilla one. It's meant to be quite nice in there, lad. Enjoy it, lads, anyway. Obviously, you'll be watching the United game tonight, chat, as well. But as it always is the case, if United go 1 or 2-0 up, I just switch it off. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's streams as well, chat. I say, Scouse, Toe, Mark, everyone that are tuned in tonight, Tom and everyone. Really do appreciate you dropping in and just chilling for tonight, everyone. I'll try and be a bit more consistent as well. Oh! Doherty there. Tell you what. It's unlucky there. Good opportunity for Wolves. Obviously, Doherty back at Wolves after a very shocking spell, to say the least, at Tottenham anyway. Diaby had a very good game tonight. Very good game. Mr. Diaby, Tim Irabigam coming on, I think it is. Yeah, Tim. Looks like another youngster as well. It's always good. It's the thing when you are a team like Villa and Wolves, you've got to promote the youth as well, because you can't always go out and spend 50-60 million pound on players as well. West Ham might give them a game. 100%, Tony. Well, not after the game today anyway, but I think it will be a game where there'll be a lot of goals, really. It's just mad. Like, you look at the result today for Leverkusen. Like, I think they scored in the 88th minute, the equaliser. Then you got the winner in the 93rd first minute. So it's like us, obviously, when we won the league as well, like that mentality monsters, and like, but it's remarkable what they're doing in the Bundesliga this season. Yeah, so got 2 minutes left in this game. Obviously, with additional time, probably be about 2-3 minutes added on anyway. Not too major. But we will be live tomorrow, chat. If we don't get your notifications, we will be live. We'll be live from 1:30. I think is the schedule tomorrow, if I'm correct. Yeah, 1:30 tomorrow. And obviously 4:15 for the Arsenal United game as well. Oh, Tony, Kane, 2-1. How long's left? Oh yeah, 89th minute. So would there be much added time in that game? Tell you what, it's Dortmund. It wouldn't surprise me if Dortmund get beat from that position now, even in the 89th minute. Like, how many times have Borussia Dortmund bottled it? They've been an absolute joke over the last couple of seasons. They bottled it last year with the league as well. Like, everyone goes, obviously, Bayern have had a bad season this year, but last year they were so poor as well. They were absolutely shocking. They were appalling. Ball over the top there now. It's got to be a yellow card. Won't be a red card. It'll be a yellow card for one of the Wolves centre halves. Yeah, correct decision. Was 3-1 goal there. Chats, we got a man of the match for this game. Or was it VAR check so? Do you reckon it'd be disallowed, Tony? Or I'll say. Never know with them. Nine minutes! Bloody hell. 9 minutes in this Villa game. Don't know where they pulled 9 minutes out of it, him being honest. Yeah, Totti got yellow carded there. Yeah, goal disallowed there, so yeah, 2-0. Happy days. I tell you what, Jose Sarr is one of the most underrated goalkeepers in the Premier League, chat. Watch me say this now, and he'll probably concede this free kick from 40 yards. Or 25 yards. Ball in. Cleared. Villa now just got to keep hold of the ball now. Really recycle possession. Be clever with it. Don't do what West Ham done today. And yeah. And just absolutely lost the game. Is that not out there, ref, now? See how that ball was about 5 yards out. How's that not been given? Switched it. Fair play to Wolves here. The pressing Villa into next Christmas. And under a bit of pressure there. Martinez put the ball out for the throw in. Would make it very interesting if Wolves were to get a goal. See, 9 minutes added on. We've played 3 minutes of that 9 minutes. Ball down this left hand channel now. Couple of step overs there. Find a Spaniard. Ball in. Edge of the box, Sarabia. Zaniolo. He's done very well there, Zaniolo. Surely got to be a foul. Duran. Very good work by the big lads. Just took that ball under a lot of pressure, really, from the Wolves centre half. That's what Jordan's saying. He's saying he wants at least a card for, I think it was Max Kilman as well. Ball up there now. Ball forward now. Not a penalty. Shouldn't be a penalty. So it'll be a foul on Aston Villa. So we've got 6 minutes left. Well, 5 minutes to go, sorry, in this game. Let's have a quick look how many minutes were added on in that buying game. 5 minutes. So we've got a minute left. So see a big result. So as it stands, Bayern will be 13 points behind Bayer Leverkusen, chat. So I think mathematically, I think as it stands now with what? Yeah, 11 games left to go. Or a couple more games, not that many anyway. Bayer Leverkusen only need 3 points. This will be a famous day for Dortmund. It will be. Red Machine. It will be, mate. And especially their season as well. They're a team, obviously, into the quarterfinals themselves of the Champions League. They've been amazing in Europe this season. Just hasn't really translated to their domestic form, really. So, Ball forward now. Ball in. Give me a corner at 4. But yeah, Dortmund giving the thing is, if you're a Dortmund player as well, you want that added motivation, especially coming into this game tonight as well against Bayern Munich, considering what they done last year. Obviously, to Borussia Dortmund in terms of they were taking the title away from Dortmund on the last day of the season. Yeah, full time there, big up their toe, big result. Leave Bayern hopes, yeah, well and truly cracked as well. So big performance. That's the first time Dortmund has beaten Bayern, especially the Allianz, since Klopp was manager. Could be wrong, no. I think it might be right there, Red Machine. I'm going to have a quick look. Let's have a little look at the head-to-head against those. So I'm having a little look at the results. Yeah, I think it might be right there, mate. Just looking at it now. Yeah, the last time was in 2017 there. The Red Machine. 2017. Oh no, that was in the Polska Cup anyway. Last time Dortmund beat Bayern at home, apart from today, was back in 2017 in the German Cup in 2017. But in the league, yeah, I think you're going even further back with that. Oh. Dortmund's... Yeah, 2011. You're spot on there, Machine. Yeah. 2011 was the last time. I think I might be... Apologies, I'm wrong there, chat. But yeah, 2011. I've gone back on the results. Yeah, that was in the Bundesliga. Mario Goetze getting the winner on that day. Bloody hell, those were the days, weren't they? But yeah, big result for them. Happy days. Because Leverkusen haven't won that many league titles, have they? By Leverkusen, you remember the days, obviously, them getting beat in the Champions League final against, remember that Zinedine Zidane half volley? I think we all remember that Champions League final goal. It's a legendary Champions League final goal, that. But they had some very good players back in the day, didn't they? Like Ballack, and the list is endless, really. Similar with a lot of German teams, you do struggle to really keep hold of your core crop of players, really. Neverkusen, they're called. Well, this season, I think they're winning Everton, mate, aren't they? Well, yeah, we've got 15 seconds left in this game as well, chat. But I'd like to say a massive thank you, everyone that is tuned in tonight. We'll be live tomorrow at half 1 for the Liverpool game, 2 p.m. kickoff. And obviously we'll have our post-match reaction show out. And then we will have our, obviously, the watch-along for the Arsenal City game as well. Which will be some big game, as we know it will be. But Liverpool just need to win. Surely that's it, ref. But a big result for Villa tonight as well, chat. A big result for their top 4 hopes anyway. Obviously moves them, I think, 9 points clear of Manchester United now, even though United have got 2 games in hand. Oh, Machine. I'd like a draw, mate. I go 2-2. Go 2-2, mate. It's not the wouldn't surprise me if City just walk away with that. Anyway, mate. But chat, have a lovely rest of your Saturday evening or Sunday morning, wherever you are watching around the world, chat. A big result for Aston Villa sees them further cementing their position in that Champions League spot. But as we were saying tonight, a big result for Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga as well. Obviously, them helping Bayer Leverkusen edge ever so closer to that league title as well. But Reds, see you tomorrow at 1:30. and we'll see you again after that game as well for the post-match reacting show as well. But massive thank you, Tony, Machine, Mark as well, Scouse. Enjoy the Tarilla, lad. Let us know what it's like anyway, because I might have to get a bit of cheeky bit of scram from there, lad, one night. But everyone, look after yourself. Enjoy Saturday evening, whatever you're up to anyway. And we'll see you tomorrow for another live stream. Been a good one today. Appreciate it, everyone. And if you haven't already done so, drop a like on the video on your way out as well. But look after yourself, and we'll be live tomorrow at 1:30.